different infections. There's infections that can develop on the inside of the bone. There's infections that can just be surface, maybe from residual tooth left. It can be from residual inflamed and infected tissue being left behind. It can be surgical technique. Most of these complications can include at least one category, or part of this category could always be self-inflicted by the practitioner.
Sure.
You know, an infection can be sloppy surgical technique. It can be unannounced or unknown to the surgeon if they don't have enough protocols dialed in terms of their aseptic technique, and maybe they cut a corner on getting their sterilizer maintained, and it's just not quite doing the right job. And those are things that you can't even figure out, right? It's very hard to figure that out.
Right.
And so there's a lot of complications, right? Especially in the surgical side. And we try our best to list it out and inform consent and make sure everybody has access and understanding to it. But the way in which you handle those complications is the important part. And I don't want to get into that. Like, I'd prefer that sort of be the wrap up of this conversation, because there's other parts of complications or failures, if you will, that aren't even related to just implant and surgery and stitches and allergic reactions and things like that. Right. You can have an aesthetic failure. Right? You can have a prosthetic failure. Prosthesis could be made of the wrong material. Not wrong material. Could be made of a material that's inferior for that particular person's bite or habits or whatnot.
Sure.
It could be a production failure, right? We're going to, in the next episode, we're going to be talking about materials to make teeth out of, prosthetics, right? Of specifically to hybrids. That'll be you and I.
Okay.
And we're actually going to spend the week kind of researching that, and we're going to really go through and kind of give some numbers and really vet out why we use what we use and why the industry is there. But those are things that can happen just specifically off the cuff. When you're putting your zirconia into the oven, there can be microfractures in there that exist from the manufacturer.
Right.
And when you cook it, it just makes the crack a little bit worse that you can't even see. They're microfractures. And so you can have a person have a prosthetic failure that has no control of yours.
Right.
Doesn't even have to do necessarily with the quality of the price point either.
Right.
And so there's a lot of things in here that go to what are the problems, right? Not only what are the problems, but who's going to be managing this?
Right.
Who's going to be the parent in the room?
Right.
Where's our referee? You know, who's going to keep me calm?
Right.
And that's kind of the bulk of what we wanted this conversation to be.
Yeah.
More or less than the specifics. Let's think of you could have engine failure and not make it to the appointment.
Sure.
That's a complication.
Sure.
Happens every now and again.
Yeah.
There's a lot. What's another? Can you think of anything off the top of your head?
That's why I said I think you have the advantage here, because some of these I hadn't even considered.
And that's, and you're one of the more informed people out there.
Right. So the average person, and I see that a lot out in the community is, you were kind of touching on the blame game. And I think it's human nature to want to hold someone accountable and make it someone's fault. And it's a kind of a tough pill to swallow that sometimes it's no one's fault. It's just, it is the way it was. And we're going to move forward. Whatever we have to do to correct this issue, whoever's fault it was in the past. So